Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with a Saturday morning video. Yesterday was literally a crazy day in the market. If you've watched my previous videos, especially the last couple days, I've been really speaking about why I long-term invest, why I stick my course, and really Friday was a perfect day to really explain and show like visually why I do what I do and the way I invest. It just shows that it really works, especially this is all short-term stuff right now, but it just shows you the opportunities you miss. I was literally talking Wednesday or Tuesday when the market had that real bad fall off of how when things flip, they could flip quick. That's literally what I was saying. So I'm just going to show some examples of some stocks in my portfolio that really flipped yesterday and quickly. So basically, I just wanted to title this headline, just, is it a bull rally? I'll tell you my thoughts at the end on where I think the market's going and if I think it's a bull rally or not. So the crazy part is Thursday after the bell, it was after the bell, Jerome Powell spoke, and he basically said some fearful stuff, saying he doesn't think a soft landing is going to be easy. He kind of lost hope in it. And it's funny, you would think that that news would bring fear to the market. It'd bring like, oh my gosh, he's basically saying he's not sure if he can control inflation the way he wants to and make it just come down real easy and everyone's happy and there's no like major swing or, whatever. Actually, when he said that, the market did the opposite. It basically was relieved that he said it. And I think the market was relieved personally is because he's very transparent. And I think the market knew it was going to be very hard to do. And when he came forward accepting it and knowing that, I think people are just pricing that in, being like, hey, he's being honest. He was the last like dovish kind of person in the Fed to like really keep everything together. And it did a complete 180 of what people thought it would do. And really when that happens is Wall Street obviously controls the money. Wall Street sees opportunity, right? Well, maybe they're like, okay, he came clean. There's everything bad is priced in. And now we're going to start pouring money into the market. Some of these small and mid caps are literally filthy cheap, like about fundamentally. So some of them affirm, if you guys watched my previous videos, tickers AFRM, I've been buying the stock aggressively for the past 4 months, really aggressively the past 4 weeks. It popped 33% just yesterday. So basically anything I've been buying the past couple days, especially in the stock or like week or so, I'm up significantly already in that position. This is a long-term hold. Affirm just reported their Q1 earnings. They really did great as far as revenue growth. They restruck a multi-year deal with Shopify. They're with Amazon now. The revenue's great. They beat expectations. So this is like a really, the consumer spending is still strong. And I think it's going to continue to be strong. The average American has more in their savings account than they ever have, even pre-pandemic still. So I think, in my opinion, you got to remember the average Affirm user probably makes under $60,000 a year. Once you get a taste of a crazy, a lifestyle where the Fed keep giving stimmy, and print, right? Once you get that lifestyle, once you see your bank account start dwindling, you're gonna try to find ways to maintain that lifestyle or things that you really care about, maybe like phones or shoes or whatever. It's like not things you need, but just a lifestyle you like. So I think Affirm's gonna actually do really well in the next couple of years, in my opinion, especially with the partners they partnered with. So that's great. This stock is still disgustingly cheap, but it just shows how fast things can move. Like if you waited, you just lost 33% in gains if you fundamentally looked at it prior to their earnings and yesterday. It's long-term, and it's a great business model. It's a great management team. Once they turn profitability, once they become profitable, which they will do quicker than what I think people think, I could see them turning a profit sometime next year, maybe late this year, depending on how the holidays are, this coming up year and how inflation looks, but that's a whole nother story. Next one is Voyager. Ticker, this is a crypto brokerage. Ticker is VYGVF. This is a stock I've owned for a while. This is actually where I trade my crypto. I don't trade it, I buy it and hold it long term. This stock also popped 31% yesterday. So this is another one that's been destroyed basically. Bitcoin had that, crypto had that real big fear, and it was on the headline news of Luna basically going to zero. So that's scary for the crypto market. It's never really gone through tough times or when rates go up or even talks of recession. So we don't know how crypto is really going to react. I think people that are really in it for the long haul, they're just going to take advantage of the low prices and the opportunity. Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the major cryptos are very volatile. So this is not new to crypto, but I think Voyager will make it through. I like their app. It's really easy to use. Their Ethereum and Ethereum and Bitcoin, have reward programs on it, which is great. I think it's like close to 4% of your money back. So that's awesome. It's a stock I like for the long term. I have not been buying that one recently just because my portfolio, I don't like having this stuff over a certain weight in my portfolio, and I went heavy. I was buying it aggressively in January and February, and I kind of took a break on that, focused more on companies like AFRM, NVIDIA, PayPal, a little more less risky positions that I wanted to make like really big in my portfolio. Beyond Meat, I've had this stock since 2019. I've owned it forever. It's been utterly destroyed. The management team can't get their stuff together. They really just got to figure something out. I actually like their products. I buy it all the time, and you see it in all the big box stores. But they went up 24% yesterday, which is great. I'm still very down in this position, but it's a very long-term hold for me. They just have to figure out the McDonald's partnership. They got to partner with other companies, and they got to figure out a way to just continue to grow. They get stuck in ruts. Obviously plant-based food, in my opinion, and meat is going to be a healthy alternative in the future. I think the younger generation cares more about that stuff, in my opinion, like millennials and Gen Z. So they just have to, Jesus Christ, there's a freaking fly, sorry. They just have to figure out a way to scale out and do things. But again, it's a long-term hold for me. Let me see where I'm at here. So the QQQ, if you don't know what this represents basically the NASDAQ. My 0% fib line was like 308, 309, and it broke that fib line last week. So once it broke that line, it just fell like crazy. So even with this crazy run, the 0% fib line I drew was like a 308 or 309. We're at 302. So the crazy thing is it moved up like 10 points. The NASDAQ moved up like 10 points yesterday. The SPY, my fib line was 409. It's at 401. So this represents the S&P 500. It moved up 10 points. So this is really the crazy part right here, the actual crazy part. The Dow moved up 1.4%. The S&P moved up 2.38%. And the NASDAQ moved up 3.81%. So these are all, these are big days, obviously, in the market, but they're nothing like crazy. The insane part was, because like I said in my previous video, like if you watched my video yesterday, the day prior, I said a lot of my wealth is in, smaller mid caps, or the ones that are completely destroyed that have been basically downturning for over a year at this point. Like the small caps and the spec stocks, they hit that inflection point like last February. So my portfolio today ran 10.29% positive, which is insane. I've never had a double-digit single growth day in my portfolio ever. This is the most money Friday I've ever made in my life trading in the market. Well, it's not trading, just being an investor in the market. It's the most money I've ever made in the market in a single day. So super notable, super cool. Even after this crazy bad news, one of the worst days prior in the market, we hit a bear market and basically the S&P. We were 30% NASDAQ, 35 or 40% Russell 2000. So it's just crazy how things can flip that quick, and that's why it's so important not to trade or do puts or calls or stuff like that, because in this kind of market when it's so volatile, you just get destroyed. So that's all I got. I might make a video about my thinking on the FANG stocks tomorrow. I think that'd be an interesting thing to talk about. But yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know your thoughts if you own these guys. So we'll see. I'm trying to get to 800 subs by the end of this month. Let's see if we can do it. I know I'm pretty close, so if you guys haven't hit the subscribe button, please do below. It's much appreciated. Till tomorrow, peace.